Hello, YouTube, and I'm doing just a movie review. Yay! A movie review that I just wanted to do it because I have a lot of thoughts on this movie. And that movie is Iron Lung, directed and written by Markiplier. Yes, that's Markiplier. That guy screaming and making jokes and being a great YouTuber. One of my personal favorites on here on YouTube, and he has made a movie again. This time, it's a movie that's actually in theaters and not a YouTube interactive video game thing. So it's an actual movie this time, and surprisingly, it is a great horror movie. I thought I knew, like, watching In Space with Markiplier, which was my favorite of the with Markiplier series. In Space with Markiplier, I generally thought it was a well-directed, like, game. I say game because it's an interactive movie. Like, you make the choices. And it was really well made. I absolutely loved everything about it. And I knew Markiplier was an excellent actor because even though you think it's a goofy, like, YouTube thing, it actually has a lot of great, impactful scenes in that. I want to say movie, but it's I don't know what to call it. An interactive movie, a series, a web series. I don't know. In Space, Markiplier is great, absolutely great. It is very fun to play. It's very fun to watch. But I wasn't really sure if Markiplier could do horror. And of course, I also thought he was a great actor based on other things he's been in. Edge of Sleep. I still haven't watched the TV show Edge of Sleep, but I very much have watched, listened to more like the audio drama podcast that you can listen to. And that was absolutely an incredible, like, podcast. And Markiplier does a fantastic job in that. So he's proven himself to be a fantastic actor and has proven himself to make, like, creative and interesting stuff. But can he make a suspenseful horror movie? And that's what I went to see Iron Lung to get an idea of what Markiplier can fully do. This is one of the best Lovecraftian horror that I have seen in a while. It very much uses the fear of the unknown to great extent, and it's truly a very fascinating movie to watch. Very interesting. It is slow. The movie is slow, but I think it adds on to that because if you've played the game Iron Lung, and I will say I've played it, and personally, it's not my type of game. I don't really like Iron Lung the game. I thought it was confusing and also boring. But I know people do love that game. But me personally, I just could not get into it. But as a movie, I think this is absolutely fantastic. And I think this is a great adaptation. I think it does everything well. The entire movie only takes place in one room. You are always in that submarine. And if you don't know the story of Iron Lung, the Cliff Notes version of the story is the government has found a planet that has got an ocean of blood, and we want to know what is down there. So they send a convict, a prisoner, down there so he can kind of earn his freedom, get a second chance. They promise him his freedom and all that. So they send him down there to take photos with an X-ray camera, and he finds out there is something down there. And again, the entire movie is just on this submarine. And to me, they find so many ways to make it fascinating, to make it interesting, to really be on the edge of your seat while just being in this one room. It is very, very interesting. And I absolutely loved it because the photography in this movie was just breathtaking. Genuinely, there were a lot of beautiful angles and even amazing edits. Like there was one shot where we have Mark in the control panel controlling the submarine, and then the camera goes up, kind of flips upside down from his head angle, and then we see him standing by the camera in the other side of the room pushing the camera button. And the way it was edited was just a beautiful shot. It was so interesting. It was so seamless of an edit, and it was just incredible. And because you're in this submarine and it's so claustrophobic, you can feel that claustrophobia in there. It really uses that to its advantage. And Markiplier truly is a great actor in this movie, because you do feel the pain he is struggling through of being locked in a submarine while there is something out there that he just doesn't fully understand. He is slowly going insane, and it is just incredible to watch because he's really good as an actor. He really puts his all in that scene. It is so emotional and impactful. And I know this movie is not for everyone because my family hated it. I went to see this movie with my family. My mother, my sister, my dad. We all went to see this movie, and I was the only one that loved it because I am more of a movie like addict. I very much love cinema and the art of filmmaking. And so I saw so much worth in this movie. And I think it does everything right in this type of psychological horror. But I know for a fact that not everyone's going to like this because it is a more slow-paced psychological horror. And not just slow pace, but a movie that is only set in one room. And to a lot of people, that could be very boring. Extremely boring. Just a dull experience to get through. But me personally, I love this movie, and it has really nothing to do with me liking Markiplier's content, because I can very much, if he made a shitty fucking movie, I would tell you like this movie's not great. But to me, it was one of the better YouTuber movies that I've seen. But with this movie, Markiplier, I was genuinely surprised with everything. I genuinely was surprised with how well Markiplier can do this type of horror, this psychological, Lovecraftian horror. Because honestly, Lovecraftian horror is one of the many horrors that could fucking fail very hard, because you have to really allow the audience to use their imagination in a way. A lot of Lovecraftian horror never fully explains things, and that could very much hurt your movie. And there's a lot of Lovecraftian horror movies that are complete failures because when they don't understand how to really do this type of horror and to it's just like a lot of people just want to over explain things and it's just like But Markiplier does not over explain things, and honestly most of the time you are like piecing together what is really going on. And I'm gonna be 100% honest with you, I got the gist of what was going on, but I don't fully know exactly what was going on. I got the gist, and I can't really say anything because it would be spoilers. But I got the gist just by through the dialogue and through the clues of what the characters have been saying, and I understood what kind of crime the convict did and why he's in this situation. They don't fully explain it, but I kind of got pieces of it through the context clues of how he refers to his other crew members in this crime. That's all I'm going to say. It generally is like very fascinating to watch, and I'm going to be honest, I think Markiplier should very much be proud of this movie. This is an incredible movie, and I loved watching this, and I am excited to see what Markiplier has in store for the future. I very much hope he continues down the horror road, but I also would like to see him branch out to maybe do like an action movie too, or something. Just whatever he feels like he wants to do. I love this movie. I truly do, and I think it is one of the best movies I've seen this year so far. I think it's the only one I've seen so far. I have not seen Return to Silent Hill, and I know for a fact this movie is 1,000 times better than that movie, just based on the reviews of people who I trust. Like, reviews of people who loved the first movie. I've seen reviews of people who loved the first movie saying this new Silent Hill movie is absolutely fucking dog trash. So if I had to recommend a video game adaptation that you should go see right now, it's 100% Iron Lung. It's 100% Iron Lung. Do not even go see Return to Silent Hill. If you just, out of curiosity, you want to go, ooh, you can do whatever you want. But if you want a genuinely good horror movie, Iron Lung is fantastic. But again, I do see it not being for everyone because it is slower pace. And it does take a while before it gets really into the meat of it. But I think the slower pace, like, adds on to the final part of the movie. It really builds up the suspense, and I loved it. I genuinely loved it, and I recommend this movie completely. Markiplier, you should be proud. This movie was incredible. And if you are somehow watching this, you're awesome, man. Love your content, and I fucking love your movie. And I hope to see you continue down the movie direction road and just make another incredible movie. It doesn't have to be horror, even though horror is my favorite genre. I love horror. And I wouldn't mind another horror movie by you, because I truly do think you are absolutely incredible doing like horror. I think you can absolutely make another great horror movie. And I will see you guys in the next video. If you've seen Iron Lung, please tell me what you thought about the movie in the comments. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.